Hello, amazing people. It's your boy Joseph Babatunde Ogunshitire. And today I'll be talking about my motivation letter. That is the motivation letter I submitted when I applied for the Erasmus Mundus Joint Master's Degree Scholarship. Yeah, so this was the motivation letter that contributed to my success to eventually win the Erasmus Mundus Scholarship. So yeah, let's get into more details about it. Yeah, what is a motivation letter? A motivation letter is basically a statement that you write about your story, about your experience, and why you feel or why you believe you are the best candidate for an opportunity. And in this case, we're talking about a scholarship opportunity. Yeah, I have 5 paragraphs, so I'll just give a run through of what each paragraph entails, right? So that you guys can have like an idea of how to structure your own motivation letter. Okay, and I want to say this, that if you are yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, I think this is an amazing time for you to do that. I get a lot of viewers from outside, not part of my subscribers currently. People who are yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel watch my videos more. So guys, what's happening? Support your boy, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you. I know you're gonna subscribe. Thank you so much. Really appreciate. So let's get into the nitty-gritty of why we are here, what a motivation letter should contain. So yeah, your introductory paragraph, which is your first paragraph, has to be very convincing. It has to be very catchy. I think I use the word catchy a lot. And it has to be also compelling. You want to keep the reader, you want to make the focus of the reader to be on your idea, on your story. You don't want their focus to drift away. So basically, your first paragraph, which is your opening paragraph, should introduce the concepts of that program. And while you are introducing the concepts of that program, you are trying to connect that concept to what you have done and where you are going to. So you can imagine, for example, my program, right, was material science applied to cultural heritage objects. That is like the umbrella idea of my Erasmus Mundus program at the time. So I started by talking about the importance of material culture, right? I went straight to the point because you don't have a lot of words, right, to express yourself. So you need to be very, very specific. You need to really go straight to the point. So I went about talking about the relevance of material culture and how it can help us to answer critical, questions that are kind of raising a lot of doubt in the field. Now, you see, I am relating one of the program's ideologies to what is currently in vogue so that the reader can get a feel of what I understand about the program. So your introductory paragraph has to keep the reader, it has to win their attention so that they can continue reading your motivation letter. When I was writing my first paragraph, I came in from a material science perspective because the program has to do with material science, the application of material scientific techniques to understanding the nature of cultural heritage materials. This is actually my first paragraph. So the importance of material culture studies for answering anthropological research questions made me focus my undergraduate thesis on the broad subject of material science from a cultural perspective. I'm trying to make my reader understand where I am coming from. And I did not just do that, blindly. I brought the concept of the program, that is the Erasmus Scholarship Program, which is going to be in material science and how it is important to something that I have done in the past. So I move on to saying that I deduce from my research that human material culture and heritage are a store of value that can be effectively investigated using advanced scientific techniques. Why am I saying this? It is because I already understand the scope of the scholarship program. Material scientific techniques are basically what the program is promising to teach its students. That is the skill, that is the knowledge, that is the practical exposure that define the program that I was applying to. So I wanted my reader to really know that I understand, the program that I'm applying to, and to make them see reasons to pick me as one of the competitive candidates that applied for that scholarship opportunity. Employing oral tradition and ethnography as my research methods, I was able to understand the extant tradition of my study area from the standpoint of material production techniques, distribution, technologies, typology, symbolism, and function. Now, this is where it becomes very serious. Despite the fact that I've done a research right in the past, I wanted to, identify the problem that I encountered. And I already know that these problems that I'm going to be mentioning in my motivation letter are problems that the master's scholarship program can solve. You see, so you must not go out of context. You must remain in context. Remain in context, very important. However, I was still curious about probing into the past context using scientific methodologies to detect material provenance. Where do the materials come from? Their actual function, what were they used for, and their absolute dates. When they are dated, how old are these materials? Because if you want to understand past happenings, we look at the cultural materials of a people, and this can tell us about the livelihood of these people in the past. And it only makes sense for us to, kind of know the dates so that we can get an idea of the people that we are dealing with. And now this program, promises to offer that research space that will teach you the scientific techniques and skills that you need to do this. You see what I'm saying? In addition to this, I was also concerned with learning professional techniques needed for managing and conserving these ethnographic materials for future scientific investigations. Now that is my paragraph 1. So get that, let it sink. Come from a research oriented standpoint. Raise a problem, right? Let your first paragraph be compelling. Bring out a problem statement, make it a basis for why you have applied for the scholarship program. That's your paragraph 1. That was how I did it, and I succeeded with that, right? Okay, so now let's move to paragraph 2. Are you ready? So guys, if you are just joining this discussion, we're talking about how to write a good motivation letter. Once again, if you are here to subscribe to my YouTube channel, please hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much. So let's move on to paragraph 2. So I went on to re-establishing my introductory paragraph where I spoke about a problem, right, that I am facing as a brooding researcher. So I went like this. This had led me to apply for the joint master's degree in the program, seeing that the program's overall curriculum dovetails perfectly with my career focus. And then I stated that exact career focus that I was talking about. You don't just say, oh, this has made me to apply because the program is in sync or the program is in line with my career focus. Like, what is the career focus? And you must not mention a career focus that is outside of the program scope. I mean, you can't say you are learning carpentry because you want to go work in the bank. You can't say that, right? It's totally out of touch. It is totally out of place. So don't do that to yourself. And I went on to mentioning those career focus that I have in mind, right? That this program is going to align me towards. Then I move on to talking about the fact that it came as a result of my career interest that has always centered around material analysis and how they can be preserved. And now this program is basically about material analysis and how they can be conserved, how their value can be maintained for future generation and also for the research community. This is very, very important. And I used to tell most people that come to me asking questions, blah, 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 and stuff like that. Make sure you know about the program, read about the program. The information you need is on their website. Go as far as digging deeper and deeper to understand the underlying reason that this program came to be, to know about the program. It's very important. Let's move on. So I want to learn more and improve my research and laboratory skills. This is still paragraph 2. in the areas of, now you say you said you want to learn more and you want to improve your research and laboratory skills. Like, okay, good. Like, how? Why do you want to do that? Right? Why do you want to do that? So I went on by saying in the areas of material studies, using advanced methods for dating and for processing statistical data. You see, now the dating idea, right, is also a part of the program's curriculum. It is something that they were going to teach in that program. And also, the statistical, analytical, whatever is also part of the program's curriculum. So, these are some of the things that you need to include, you need to incorporate them into your motivation statement. It is very, very important. So that when they are reading your letter, they know that this person has really read about our program. This person knows the ins and outs of this program, and this person is ready to come and learn. Simple, right? So yeah, let's move forward. Still on paragraph 2, I started talking about a problem that I had during the research, the fact that I went for a field trip and I encountered a problem, and I discovered that one of the ways I could solve this problem is by understanding, several ideas that are coming from the scientific domain. And I know, right, while I'm mentioning this problem, which was actually true, right, I know for sure that the program, that is the Erasmus program, can be the ladder that I need if I must be able to provide solutions to this problem in the near future. So, whatever I was mentioning, right, in my motivation letter, whatever I was writing, I made sure that it is not out of touch, it is not out of context, it is within the context, it is within the confinement of the program that I was applying to. So it's very, very important that you take note of this critical information. Very, very key. So let's move to my third paragraph. So yeah, talking about my third paragraph, right? I was still, this is very important. I was still in my research muse. Don't go out of the research context, because you are writing a motivation letter to a researcher, be it a professor or a doctor. These guys are researchers. Know your field. I know for sure that the people I was writing to were researchers. They've done series of research and all that. I mean, you have to know the coordinators of the program, right? Go as far as reading about their profile, looking at what they've done in the past and what they are doing currently. It's going to really like shape you to understand how you can communicate to them, how you can reach their hearts. It's very, very important. Very, very important. So yeah, my paragraph 3. I went on by saying, from further research, you see, I saw the need for applying advanced methods like physicochemical analysis and radiocarbon dating techniques in understanding cultural materials. I wanted to know what the population's dietary patterns were and how this could have impacted their environment and vice versa. Learning these scientific methods and techniques, as well as their applications, will thoroughly prepare me for future material investigations. This program will also instill in me the fundamental knowledge and practices that are needed for material heritage conservation within the broadest scopes of sustainability and valorization. When you are writing these things, make sure that you bring in, there are some words that you need to introduce. These, I call them languages, right? These are languages that are kind of related to the program. The program can listen to those languages and they be like, okay, this person is speaking in terms that we can easily relate with. So it means this person is already familiar with what he or she is going to come and learn from us. So I think this person deserves a scholarship. So that is it. That is just it. So take note. Now let's move to my fourth paragraph. My fourth paragraph was basically, me re-emphasizing on the why I have applied to the scholarship program. Telling them that this program is going to do this program is going to do that, this program is going to do blah, 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 and stuff like that. And mind you, I already know the goal and objectives of the program. So that was what helped me to write about why I am applying for that scholarship program. It is very important. So I went on by saying, I also see this program as a potential stepping stone for me to build my long nurtured career prospects. Career prospect in what? Right? In this and in that. As maintained by my academic mentor, that scholarship and strategic exposures to professional learning are the engine complexes of research excellence. I have applied for this program given its multidisciplinary and international character, coupled with its scientific and profound cultural experience, which I hope to be fully immersed in. I mean, you are leaving your country to Europe in this case. These are some of the things that you are going to experience when you get to that place. So let them know that you know. Let them know that you know that this is what it takes, right? If you are considered for the program, let them know that you know what you are doing. That is basically what I'm trying to, communicate to you all. Still on the fourth paragraph, I said getting to learn from first class higher education institutions, like I mentioned the universities that are going to be organizing this scholarship program. It is very important. I've seen a lot of motivation letters, people just wrote it and then they don't even talk about the universities. They don't even mention the universities. And I'm like, what is happening? I know that you might not want to mention the university, but I think it is important. People might have written their motivation letters without mentioning the university, the institution, but to me, I feel it makes sense, because you are trying to make your reader understand that you know what you are doing, you know where you are going, right? And it's very, very important. So yeah, try as much as possible to find that space and include the universities that you will be studying for that program. I mentioned the universities with state of the art facilities and highly specialized professionals and experts in the field of. I mentioned some of the research areas that program talks about on their website. Some of the research fields, the research areas that the program emphasized on their website. Very, very important. Okay, highly specialized professionals and experts in the fields of dash and dash, which will be a great platform for me to build more on my previous knowledge. So that is the idea. That is why you are applying for a master's program, because you understand that you have a knowledge gap and you are willing, or you are ready to fill it up. And one of the ways you can do that is to, upgrade your academic exposure. And in this context, you want to apply for an Erasmus program, and you know that the only way you can pursue the program is via a scholarship consideration. So that is why you are writing a motivation letter to convince the scholarship givers or scholarship awarders that you are fit for the opportunity. So that's basically what my paragraph 4 kind of entails. So let's move to the last paragraph, which is my 5th paragraph. I hope you guys are learning something. Okay, regarding my 5th paragraph, right? I wouldn't say it's something so scientific or something that has to do with the program per se. I mean, this is something that is kind of generic in a way, because I just wanted to re-emphasize. I keep using the word re-emphasize because your first paragraph must connect perfectly with your second paragraph. The same applies to your third paragraph, fourth paragraph, and fifth paragraph. It must, they must have that flow. You don't want somebody to read your first paragraph and then they move to the second paragraph, they become lost and they're like, what is happening? It makes the reader to lose concentration. They lose touch of the ideas or the information you are trying to pass across, and you don't want that to happen. Remember, it's a competitive scholarship. A lot of people have applied, so they have so many applications to go through. So you don't want your application to bother anybody who is trying to read it. In my country, people will say you don't want to stress your helper, so don't stress your helper, guys. Don't stress your helper. So my paragraph 5 went like this: as an avid supporter of continuous learning and impartation, this program will be a platform for me to learn from and contribute tirelessly to the cultural worldviews of students from both partner and program countries, which is actually true. I'm also eager to explore the opportunities during this program to prepare myself into becoming a full-fledged professional in the field of, you see, I kept on mentioning the research areas. I kept on mentioning the fields. If you are interested in AI, if you are interested in any area in tech, keep on re-emphasizing that. Keep on re-emphasizing that so they understand that you are very resolute about what you want. You know what you want, and you understand that the program is what you need to get what you want. Very, very important. I'm professional in the fields of this dash and dash, and upon completion of this program, I plan to return to my country to efficiently put my knowledge into practice to promote academic research excellence and value creation. I'll be very glad to embark on this professional career if I'm given the opportunity. Thank you for reading my name. That's it. That is my motivation letter. That is it. So you don't really want to, bore your reader. You don't really want to be too wordy. You just want to go straight to the point and capture those important facets of your story so that the reader can really connect with where you are coming from, where you are currently, and where you want to be in the near future. Read about the program, understand what the program is, and try to put yourself in that context. Be very brief, be very concise, straight to the point, and make sure that everything you are saying is clear. Read your motivation letter again and again. Once you see you are struggling, once you identify a paragraph that you yourself you struggle to easily understand, or you feel that there are some communication hiccups and stuff like that, please, I would advise that you review that paragraph, review the paragraph, because that is your instinct telling you that something is wrong. So follow your instincts, know what you are doing. It's very, very important. So yeah, guys, that is my motivation letter, and I hope you guys got one or two things to run with. Try as much as possible not to be caught up in using ChatGTP. You should be able to single-handedly write about yourself without the use of any artificial intelligence tool and stuff like that. So yeah, do it yourself, guys. Do it yourself. Be original. Be very original. Be organic. So see you in my next video. I think in my next video I'll talk about my CV, because the motivation letter alone cannot get you a scholarship. Your CV has to also be top notch. So yeah, that is that for now. Thank you for following. Thank you for watching till this point. Once again, don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel and put on your notification, guys. See you in my next video. Love you so much, guys. See ya. Bye. Ciao, ciao.